same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, just the 7 C's.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Motivate My Morning with your coach, Sherri Hill. I'm actually joined this morning by another coach. All right, we're going to be on this morning talking about the importance of mental health. Y'all know how I am about that. And I always like to bring on other people who can share their story, their examples, because I know we as humans, we live by examples. Yep. And being able to share other people's stories is always a great way for us to learn how to empower ourselves. So I got Miss Nakikia Wilson in the house with me today. Listen, I actually met her because she has a show called Mental Tea. And my publicist hooked me up with an interview with her. And we just have been on each other's radar ever since. We are both life coaches and we think a lot alike. So I just thought, I like to bring y'all a little something, tasty to put in your tea every now and again. So we just gonna jump right on in there. We're just gonna let this conversation take us where.
I say he went mute again. Y'all stop calling Miss Sherri. She is doing something real important. Now, y'all, if you ain't bleeding and broke nothing.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to fix this. We're going to fix this. We're finna put this phone on DND.
Do not disturb.
That's what we're going to do because, baby, they not finna mess up this beautiful message we about to get. No, they not. All right, now we back. We got us a do not disturb on. We good to go now. All right, so what in the world, girl? You see this?
It's all
playing
right.
with me.
I'm with all the technical difficulties. I'm with all of it.
The devil ain't gonna win today.
I just want to start by saying if y'all don't be sleeping on Miss Sherri, because I ain't sleeping on her.
Okay.
I'm supporting everything she's doing as far as helping us heal, honey.
Thank you so much.
Healing.
Thank you so much.
All the way around, wherever I can get it.
Thank you so much.
I just wanted to throw that out there first so people won't know.
I appreciate you for that. Look, I'm always talking about my baby, okay? Because we want to tease the pain away, y'all. Transform, elevate, and self-evaluate, okay? The pain away. And that's what we have to do. It's all up to us. Healing is something that can't nobody force on you. Right. You either, you know where you get to the point of healing? When you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. Okay,
quit stealing my lines. Well, I probably know that for somebody else too, but it's the same.
Yes.
When you are tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yes. That's when you change. And listen, you already know me and you think so much alike when it comes to this stuff. So we probably gonna be bumping heads all night. It's all good. But the thing is that that's where we get until, because as long as our shit is working for us, we have no desire to change it. We have no desire to change it. And sometimes your shit can work for you. It may not be working for your best, but it can work for you momentarily.
And I was going to say, it depends on how you look at the shit.
Right.
Because it depends on how the shit is hitting.
You're right. Absolutely.
Now, it could be, because we're good and we've been groomed to appreciate instant gratification rather than how is this going to affect me in the long
run. We become a microwave society.
There you go.
A microwave society. We want it right now. I want it now. I have no patience. I don't want to wait. I don't want to grow. I don't want to heal. I want it now. And guess what? Sometimes because our God, he's a father of free will. Okay, so if you say you want it now, fine, here you go. Now you'll be back next week telling me to come pull your ass up out of this.
Because you ain't understand.
Exactly.
You ain't ready for it.
You ain't ready. You ain't equipped for it. So I didn't give it to you because I knew if I gave it to you now, you would screw it up. But so since you insist on doing it your way, have it your way. But just know this is Burger King and you will be back.
Have it your way. You coming back.
Okay, you will be back. It's just real simple
because cook right.
Thank you. Okay, your fries was cold.
Yeah, you ain't put extra mayo on my burger the way I told you to. But yeah.
So it's important for us to just stay cognizant. But like in your own, for me personally, I know, and I heard you say this because we just did a really good talk on her show, guys, about sexual abuse. So if you guys,
I recorded it and I'll send it to you so you can have it.
Perfect. Isn't it on YouTube as well?
I haven't posted to YouTube yet, but it will be on the Start Speaking Stop Stigma page. But I'm like, if you want, listen, I'm here for everybody. So you can have it, use it, share it, whatever. I don't care.
Please send it to me because I think that conversation is extremely important. So please send it to me and I will air it.
This is your platform, and I get it, but I'm so interested in what you felt.
From today?
I swear I watched your face.
I know. I'm so bad about that. I be trying to.
No, that's not a bad thing though. I know, want to not be by myself.
Okay. So what I felt was, I'll be honest with you. What I felt was a lot of pain.
Ooh.
A lot of pain. That person that we both speaking about was in a lot of pain. A lot of pain. And yeah, and the sad part about it is that the way that she's learned to cope with it is by becoming extremely defensive with it. And that is blocking her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's blocking her. That's a stumbling block in her life. And that's why I was trying to say it in a nice way, that yes, you're defensive, and yes, you got your wall up and you're not letting nobody in, but who is that hurting?
Yeah.
Who is that really hurting? Because at the end of the day, when we put up such restricting walls.
Girl, she had whole apartment buildings.
Oh yeah, you're not just blocking out the perpetrators, but you are also blocking your blessings.
I purposely watched her, and I want to share this on your platform because this for me goes to show how powerful God's gift is for you. Yeah, we talked about we're both in the same. Woo, this is powerful. We're both in the same line of work. I receive you because you command a presence. Mm-hmm. When I look at you, it's like I am not about to F with her. She gonna get me if I don't do right. And I say that in the most loving and kind way because I can see the sincerity and the caring. Like I am. You are all for the people you are for.
Yes,
what you're not going to do is enable the BS.
No, I'm not.
I feel that from you.
Yes,
I'm like, I need her in my life.
Yeah, I'm not going to
need her. So I watched you while we were talking, and I'm like, she's feeling what I'm feeling. Because we could talk about this chakra stuff.
Yeah.
It's still right here. It's so heavy in my chest.
She was in your solar plexus. She was all in your solar plexus.
She was all right, girl. She was all up in the area. And I'm like,
and that's why I said to her, because I noticed that she was just very defensive. Anything you say, she took it personal. Mm-hmm. And
she internalized it.
No. That's why I said to her, no, this isn't about you.
I heard Mama Sherri that time.
Okay, yeah.
Love.
Because the thing is that I'm not gonna come for you if you don't come for me. I'm not gonna do that. Like I saw all the hurt. I saw the defensiveness. I saw the
even before she started speaking.
She's putting on a mask. She's somebody totally different.
Oh, ain't no mask. It's a whole outfit. She got a whole outfit.
Exactly. So I stayed away from anything at that moment.
She did, y'all.
Because I had to. Because I knew that she would be defensive with me. I knew that. So, but when I started to speak and then she tried to twist my words into her own, I said, no, don't do that.
She won't read it.
Because right now, this is not about you. This is my feelings and I'm entitled to my feelings as much as you are entitled to yours, okay? So when it comes, that's why I said the thing, I know that my coaching skills ain't for everybody because I don't sugarcoat shit. I'm sorry. I'm not a sugarcoater. I don't come trying to make shit pretty for you. It is what it is. And oftentimes people get mad at me because I put the straight truth in your face and make you swallow it. And people don't like that.
But here's the thing, and I'm glad you said it because that's kind of the point I was making. She's not ready for that.
Oh no.
I'm a very sensitive. I'm very hypersensitive. I am. I cry. You might make me cry, but I won't be mad at you for it.
Right.
Because I know where I am.
Right.
Who I am, and I recognize my triggers, and I know why I'm triggered, and I know what it means for me. So I won't be mad at you for saying, "Get out your bullshit."
Right.
She's not there yet.
No.
And I understand, and I respect where she is. So yeah, right. You ain't for her right now.
You know how she said she'll walk out on a therapist if they don't do what she wants them to do?
When and you would walk out on enabling.
Me, I would give you the invitation to walk out on me. You want me to tell you why? Because
you waste my tea, gal. Hold on.
Okay, I'll tell you why. Because I'm not fixing to conform to nobody. First of all, I would be wasting your money. I would waste your money if I told you what you wanted to hear. Okay? That's not what I do. And if you coming to me telling me that I got to stay in a lane and do only what makes you happy,
you're not
ready to baby, go on and walk out on me now. Because I'm not a conformer. I don't conform to nothing. And I don't care what your problem is. I am the professional for a reason. Okay? I went to school. I have all these certifications on mental health for a reason.
And
so I'm not going to start letting the patient tell me how to perform my duties. Now, what kind of sense does that make?
Yep.
That don't make sense.
You request me to help you.
You know what she wants? She don't want therapy. She wants somebody to listen to her bullshit.
I feel like she's in a place where, and that's why I said to her tonight, what I said is that your core is so much more than your surface.
Absolutely.
Your surface is overtaking the core and the power.
Yes,
you're letting all of the distractions keep
you know what
your growth.
She has become so comfortable in that skin to the point where she can't see that it's not good for her. It's not healthy for her. It's like
she has people who enable the behavior.
Yes. And she's very combative. You can't get anywhere like that in life being so combative. You got to sometimes be able to be humble. Being humble is one of the biggest things that we can be in life. Be humble and realize that there's always going to be somebody that knows more than you. And you want to be around those type of people because why do you always want to be the smartest person in the room? There ain't no room for growth there. If you know every damn thing, how are you going to grow in that environment? You can't. So I never want to be in an environment where I feel like I know more than everybody there. What good is that environment doing me? I want to grow. I want to continue to elevate and self-evaluate and figure out what I can keep doing to get better. And if we're not there, then we're stuck in our shit. Period.
And here's the thing I just want the listeners to understand, because I know we ain't saying no names. We're talking about a certain because we just shared a platform. And the reason we're talking about this is because it's important for people to understand that you have to evaluate where you are and understand what you're ready for and what you're not. When I decided to take and embark on this journey to healing, I knew it was not, most of my life didn't feel good. So I knew damn well this was going to feel worse because it's supposed to help you, but it's because I know it's supposed to help me. I also knew I am not going to like this shit here. I ain't going to like it. And it's not going to be many people that are going to support your mental and emotional growth. Now, they can support your physical growth. You go into the gym, you lose weight, all that kind of stuff. But when you come mentally and emotionally strengthened,
no one likes that.
There is the problem.
Yeah, you know why? Because misery loves company.
Come on, Miss Sherri.
Who are you to be fixing yourself? And now I ain't got nobody to be in all this trauma.
So who am I going to relate to if you ain't broke too?
Exactly. And this is why I talk to my tribe all the time about checking the energy of the people around you. Because let me tell you something. Those people can stumble you, stagnate you, and hold you back. Okay? Because energy is real, y'all. Energy is real. And if everybody around you is wishing for your demise, hoping you don't make it, hoping you don't get that phone call, hoping you don't get that job, hoping you don't get that relationship, guess what? There's enough energy in that to keep those things from you. And if some of y'all will notice that the moment you release certain people from your life, shit just starts to flourish. And you wonder why. It's because that energy, people can seriously be energy vampires. Okay, and suck the very life out of you if you allow them to. And this is why I always stop and take a look around me. And I just got through talking about this a few minutes ago. And in this deck, the card that says this one, celebration.
So which one? Because I got mine too.
Celebration. Look, celebration. Pull that one out. Celebration.
Wait, because I got it. Because I don't know. My baby done got my cards all out of order. You said celebration?
Yeah, it's the celebration one. Oh. There it is.
Oh, no, you probably can't see it because
okay. So yes, that's it. So what does it say? Make sure that in every in every relationship in your life that you are celebrated and not tolerated, there is a difference. Okay, so listen, what does that mean? That means that we go into situations. You ever had friends who, as soon as you call them and tell them about something amazing that happened to your life, they go, oh, that's nice, and then immediately turn the conversation over to them.
Come on with it.
You okay? They don't want to talk about you. They don't want to talk about what you're celebrating because they're not there to celebrate you. You're being tolerated because there's something about you that they think they need, period. Okay, but they don't really like you. And I just was talking about that. It's important that we pay attention to the people around us, man, because they can hinder us big time. Not only their attitude toward us can hinder us, but you trying to be a people pleaser. Okay, trying to get them to celebrate you. You don't beg nobody to celebrate you.
I am at that, and that's what. Ooh, okay. Let me digress, because I'm a crybaby.
And it's okay. We cry all the time.
It's so much right now. Like you said all that, and I'm hearing you, and I'm listening to you, and I am internalizing it for reasons, because right now I live here in Durham. Mm-hmm. I've been toying with the idea for almost 2 years now to move back to my hometown, which is when I go home, I'm almost depressed to even be there. But situations has come up, not necessarily financially, but I live in an apartment. I know my lease is going to be up. Hear me. I'm trying to make it making a long story because I know we don't have much time.
No, you're good.
I'm here, and I live in the white folk area section, and I pay $1,300 a month in rent for a 2-bedroom apartment. Okay.
Oh wow.
For me, that's high as hell to me. I'm sorry.
Girl, I looked on the website. 15 for a 1-bedroom.
That's what. Here's where I'm going. My apartment with the new company that has taken over in the same area is going up to $2,075. At some point, I do want to buy it. I've owned a house before, so I'm not like I gotta own a house by this time. I've been there, done that. Actually, 4-bedroom house, 2-story house, had a garage, all that kind of stuff. I already been there and done that. The property that I own, my dad, when he died, he left it to me. It's a piece of land, but it's a mobile home on it that I rent out to somebody.
Right.
I've been toying with the idea, like I said, to move back home. Because one, I ain't getting ready to pay, $2,000 and nobody's rent. And I know I'm getting ready to buy another house at some point. I got work through student loans and all that kind of stuff, and I'm working on that. But in the meantime, my lease is up in 2 months. I am not here. So the idea was like, take your chunky, beautiful butt back to the house until you're ready to get the house. Blah, 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 blah.
That's right.
The noise. Because, Kinston is a very small town. There's not very much to do there. It has crime there too, just like Durham, but because Durham is so big, right, it's not as prominent as it is in Kinston. Because what I say ain't nothing to do there. Like, I don't do nothing anyway, but I figured this is the thing. I've learned a lot here in Durham. educated. I've done stuff to increase my myself to help people. And I figured, you know what? Go home and help your people at home. The noise that I'm getting from that is what's so disturbing. You don't want to move back here. And then I think about it. And this is people, family, really close friends. Some don't want me to move back. Don't do that. It ain't a place to raise a kid, and you ain't gonna grow no more. But this is what I think. Have you ignored the growth that I've already experienced that can benefit
the people there
in Kinston? Does that make sense? And I'm just like, I'm hearing, I'm like, really? And this is what, when you say people don't like you, I'm like, do these people really like me?
Probably not.
Like,
exactly, probably not, because that's how most people are. You will be shocked if you would just sit back and take real inventory of the people in your life. You would be shocked that half of them really don't like you. They really don't.
And my question is it that they don't like me, or that they don't like that what I have, they don't have? And they don't like
it always bounces back to the person. I mean, what reason do we have not to like somebody that ain't done shit to us? Okay? What, you know what I'm saying? If I ain't done nothing to you, why do you not like me? It's usually because something about me is triggering your trauma. Okay. So for instance, if I'm, living my life in a way that you feel like you should be living yours, but you're not, you may not like me because I'm triggering your trauma. Okay. If I have the kind of car that you want to drive and you're not driving it, you might not like me because I'm triggering your trauma. So that's where dislike comes from, is when we trigger someone and they start to not like us because they don't like what's in us that's bringing out in them that they do not like. And that's why they don't like us. And that's why you have to be the bigger person in situations like this. And you know what I learned lately, especially? So many people, when they in their trauma and they try to start shit with you, I learned that people want something from you even if it's negative. They want to get some type of reaction from you, even if it's negative. And the one thing I learned that hurts people more than anything, than any word, any slap, any fist, any kick, silence. Boy, that's a deadly thing right there. That silence will put a bitch in the grave. You hear me? That silence will put you in the grave.
I'm so serious. So many people mad because
people cannot stand it when you are silent. They want to pull something from you. They want to provoke you. They want to upset you. They want to get you uplifted and get you all upset. And when you don't do any of that, you upset them more than anything you could have ever said or did. Just
and it
by
comes
being
across and you see silent. It. While I'm sitting there like,
you know what? Because guess what happens when you're silent? People don't know what the hell you think.
Nope. And they don't know
what you think. And not only that, you're not giving them what they want, because they do things to provoke us so that they can place the blame of being crazy or out of control on you and take it off of themselves. But that's what that's all about. If they can provoke you to get into your old self, that one that ain't been saved yet, that one that's still a work in progress,
or that one you don't put in the cage,
spiritual nothing. Okay, that person inside of you, they want to bring that person out, because then that person supports all the bad stuff they say about you. So if they can provoke you and make you say and do things that match the shit that they lying about on you anyway, then they won. That's why I always tell people, man, keep your mouth shut. Just shut up. Yep. And I promise you'll win the battle.
It took me a long time to shut the hell up, Miss Sherri.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It took me a long time to shut, as my daddy would, shut the shit up sometimes.
Yeah. Yes.
Shut up. I'm like, yes. And I didn't realize that I didn't always need, because I've always been defensive, because I felt like I've always had to defend myself, defend who I was. I've always felt that way. Whether it was validated or not, I've always felt that way. And at some point it was like, you know what? Silence is almost deadly.
It is.
You will kill. It said they just say kill a person with kindness, People expect me, and even some of my old time friends, I haven't spoken with them in such a long time, is because I think it's hard for them to accept where I am. Yeah. Because they related to me when I was in my trauma, and they don't know how to relate. Now, I'm still vocal. I'm still very real person. I'm just a little bit more educated and a more rational. I'm not going around putting sugar in people's tank, flashing tires, punching people in the face just all with. Now, I ain't saying it won't. Don't push my buttons. I'm just saying, I will sniff your ass in a minute if you keep on.
That part.
But I'm saying I've grown a lot. I've grown so much that when you've grown past people that haven't rectified their situations or addressed their own traumas or their own issues, they have a problem with being around a person who has done that. And it could be a long. So we mentioned it. We talked about being in a. It can feel lonely sometimes, but I look at it as solitude. I'm by myself a lot now. And a lot of because I choose to, because we talked about being around people who will suck you
the life out of you. Yes.
I have 3 children. Them little Negroes can suck enough. Okay.
Right.
I only have energy for them.
Right. You know,
I don't have energy for food. I don't have the energy for I want to help people heal. Yes. But we talked about taking a month off, taking time off. Listen.
Can I tell you something?
Me to give the best of what I got to be at my full capacity.
And you know what? The very sign that you are healing is when you be okay with being alone. You are okay with solitude. You okay with hermit mode for a few minutes. Okay? You are okay with that, because it's like you and I talked about that earlier on your show, where you said you have to withdraw sometimes. I'd be like, girl, sometimes I take a whole month off and don't feel no guilt over it. Because once that cup is empty, I can be of no service to you until I fill my cup back up. And when
let's talk about the people that try to make you feel guilty for not being at their beck and call.
I don't worry about them kind of people no more, because guess what? Them same people wouldn't piss on you if you was on fire. Okay? I don't worry about what the hell people think about me no more. I'm so serious. I'm so serious.
God knows, at least pee on me, please. A grip, spit, something. Put the fire out.
I would not piss on you if you was on fire. And so why are we running around here worrying about what they think, what they say? The one thing I learned, and this happened to me late in my life, but the one thing I learned is that the true meaning to happiness is straight not giving a fuck about what nobody else say or think.
Can I say it? I don't give no fuck.
Yeah, I can't. I'll call somebody and say, look here, baby.
Look, bad not to give a fuck.
Baby, listen, I will call them and tell them, look here, I searched all over my house and I could not find one fuck to give. Okay? Not one. I searched all over my damn house. Okay? And I couldn't find one to give you. So at the end of the baby, I don't care no more. I just straight don't care no more, because when I used to care about what other people thought, when I tried to man, they take straight, they run over you, and your feelings get wrecked and run over.
Yeah, okay? And then it make you feel bad for feeling what you feel.
They don't care about your needs. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about none of that. So guess what? That's cool. We both in that same boat now, because I'm going to do what's right for Sherri, and I don't give a fuck who like it. Okay, that's where I'm at. I don't care who like it and who don't, because when I gave a shit about what you wanted and didn't want, you ran all over me, treated me like a doormat, didn't give a shit about my feelings or nothing else. And guess what? There's only one person I learned that's going to give a shit about Sherri's feelings, and that is Sherri.
Yep.
In the story, so I don't give that responsibility to nobody no more, because they will wreck you. They will wreck you. I tell people all the time, if you are a Rolex, don't go sit your ass on the Timex shelf. Because
Miss Sherri, come on with these. Where's my notebook? I didn't write this down. If you are a
ain't nobody gonna take you and pick you up and say, Now this baby is a Rolex. She ain't got no business over here. You know what they gonna do? Take your ass to the register and hope and pray that that cashier don't realize your real value. If she turned on the bottom of your shit and you mark $19.99, that's what the hell I want you to ring this shit up for. I'm not gonna tell you, no, ma'am, this is worth $19,000. No, I'm gonna let you ring that shit up for $20 and walk out the store with all that value for a little bit of money. And that's how people do us.
Yep.
You can sit there all you want. Oh, I'm a queen. I have on my crown. I'm a queen, but you running around here acting like Cinderella fucking Rella. Okay? I'm confused. Which one are you?
She don't know.
She don't know. But you want to talk about what you are, but you talking the talk, but you're not walking the walk.
And you mentioned another thing tonight, which is kind of in line with what you're saying now. It's for me, it's about being transparent. I don't fake the funk for Facebook.
For what?
When I am not in a good mood, damn it, I ain't in a good mood. And I'm gonna tell you, I ain't in a good mood. I'm emotional, shit bothering me. My baby graduating, she about to have prom. Stuff that might not bother people bothers me. I'm having a hard time with all this development that my child. I'm trying to hug and kiss on the wash and let me hug and kiss. It's a very emotional thing for me. I'm not on Facebook talking about, yeah, I'm strong. My baby graduated. She gonna do it. I don't like it. Damn it.
Know what? You know what I want to see on Facebook? I want to see more posts that say, I need a hug. I don't feel good tonight. I'm feeling depressed.
I need somebody to come. Yeah.
Because everything on Facebook ain't what it posts to be, okay? P-O-S-T. It ain't what it posts to be.
Come on,
okay?
That's right.
We be on their line. We want to look good. We want to show everybody all of our accomplishments as if ain't nothing raggedy in our life. And that's bullshit. Like I said, when I can start riding down my timeline and seeing shit like, man, I can use a hug right now. I would really like it if one of my friends would reach out to me and check on me right now. Then we would be living in the real world. But all of this shit, oh, look at my book, look at my new car, look at my house, look at my man, look at this. But you dying on the inside. And no one knows to check on you because you're being fake.
Yeah. And then, but not just that. Let's talk about this too. No one knows because you being fake. On the other hand, you expect them to know.
Exactly. How we gonna know if you run around and perpetrating a fraud? You are seriously perpetrating a fraud, and you want me to be able to read between the lines to see that you really need a hug. Now, I can do that. I personally can't do that because of who I am. But I mean, the average person can't look at you and tell that you're going through some shit. We have a gift. We, as a life coach, a therapist, and I don't give a shit about the certification at all. Okay, because I'm gonna just be honest with you. Like I said, I've seen life coaches change people's lives. Okay, literally change people's lives because we don't have no restrictions on us. Okay, we get to the core of what's going on with somebody. We get to get down in the nitty gritty. Whereas a therapist, you are bound by that license, baby. And there's only so much that you can do. And you do not have the core things that's needed to dig deep in somebody and pull that bullshit out. And this is why traditional therapy has failed us so many years. So many years, there's been therapists, psychologists that people been going to for years, and yet those same people commit suicide, those same people go do mass shootings, those same people commit murders and rapes and all the most heinous crimes because therapy ain't doing shit but putting them on a pill. I want you to tell me what pill could have changed your life the way you taking that mental pill that you took. Tell me that. What pharmaceutical pill could have changed your life the way you digging deep down inside and pulling that shit up to your damn self? What could have been better than that?
From my transparency, and I shared, I always share, of course, on Mental T. It's just that for me, I realized it wasn't someone else's responsibility for me to feel better.
That's right.
That's my responsibility.
That's right.
It doesn't matter what my mama did or what my daddy did or what they didn't do or how they treated me or how they didn't treat me. At the end of the day, I'm a grown-ass woman. And at this point in my life, I have to decide how I'm going to feel.
Right.
I have to make the decision that am I going to let all the static and all the distractions and all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas keep me from being who I can be and fulfill the purpose that God has for my life? Like, I can't keep blaming my I didn't do, I should have done on somebody else, because ultimately it's my responsibility at this point.
Absolutely.
It is my responsibility.
Do you know
I am responsible for my happiness? And so I take control of my happiness, and I am very transparent about my prioritization of my mental and my emotional peace. And I close my eyes because I want people to know I'm serious, because I even tell my 3 children who I love, they are the heartbeats outside of my body. I swear to God, I can have the last breath I have.
Right.
On the other hand, them little Negroes know, don't come in here with your energy there. If it ain't right, get out. You know how go in your room, go in your perspective spaces.
Don't come around me with
get it together, because I don't want that. Because we can talk.
One of the questions that you asked the young lady that we were speaking about was, do you get lonely? Do you feel lonely? I wanted to see how she was going to answer that question, because I knew the answer, because there's no way you don't feel lonely with them 5-layer brick walls you got up. You're not letting nobody in, so I know damn well you're lonely.
But this is why I asked that question, because a person that was speaking, and I just want to send energy and love to her, because if you can feel people talking about it, but I'm saying it because I was hoping, because I had you, and I know you got more experience than me, which is why I'm so glad I'm connected to someone who knows and has experienced more than I'm glad to be connected to you, because I want to be connected to someone who is we understand that there's a higher entity, but we're not religious with it. Like, I wanted to be able to connect to somebody who I can really share and be myself with, and be like, look, this is what I need. And I saw that in her, because we're empaths severely. When she came on, I sent Shanna a text message, and I said, I hope she's okay. I said, I don't think she's okay. But I saw that, I saw her face, and I felt the energy. I'm like, and the more she talked, I wanted to allow her the space, because that's what mental tea is for. We don't have to like it or agree with it.
But for her to be safe. Did you see the triggering emotions even before she got a chance to speak?
Oh yeah. I knew it was going to happen, and I knew it was going to happen I knew it was going to happen a lot with you. One, because you have a presence about you that commands, like, either you're going to respect it or you're not. You're going to accept that she can help you and respect what she can give, or you're going to be defensive about it. And I knew it's going to go either way. I'm ready for it.
Right.
I kind of felt I don't think she's ready for it. And I saw you doing this right here. I'm like, ooh.
Because I'm like, wait a minute. I was just like, oh my God. Like,
it's I knew you wanted to help her. And I also knew you knew she won't go receive what you had to say. Exactly. And I knew she won't go receive what she had to say.
Not at all. Which is why I stayed quiet and didn't offer my opinion, because first of all, everybody don't want to hear my opinion. So I've become to that place where I can discern where my opinion is valued and where it's not wanted. And I could tell there it was not wanted at all. So I just was like, I stay out of this, because and this isn't just about her. This is about us as human beings as a whole. And I don't want to appear that I'm talking about anybody.
Yeah, that's why I want to make
this as an example, because we're trying to talk to people about what's needed to heal. But at the end of the day, we all have to realize that whatever, like she's like to say, for instance, we were talking about rape victims and molestation and all of this. And she said, if I could get to my person, I would kill him. I would dig him up and kill him. But then the next thing out of her mouth was, oh, I don't have any grudges. Those two things.
I just wanted to make sure.
You can't say you don't have no grudges. I'm so glad
you were here. Yeah.
You can't say you don't have no grudges. You can't say I'm healed when you say I want to kill somebody.
And say I'm not. And say I'm all right. I'm all right. When if you keep talking about it, and you can't say something positive, like
something, you're not healed.
you're not healed. You're not healing. Like you're still coping with it. Like
and you know what I was
felt
so
like
proud
she was.
of? I was so proud of the therapist that was on the call with us because she opened herself up and became very vulnerable with us and shared what she goes through. And coming to me, if I had been the other girl and I'm seeing that, hey, even this therapist, a licensed, therapist that's a real therapist that can write prescriptions, is saying that she has these same problems, to me, I would feel more comfortable in opening up and trying to discuss what's going on with me. But everybody's different. And I just want everybody to realize that your happiness, like she said something that was really important and I wanted to point it out to her, but I didn't because it wasn't started something. But she said, you can't open me up. You cannot open me up because I have purposely closed myself up.
I heard all of that. Yep.
Yeah, and I wanted her to hear herself saying that. Because you can't say out of one mouth, I'm healed and I'm good, and then on the other mouth, say stuff like that.
It's just,
you can tell that baby is hurting big time on the inside. Yeah, really. And she thinks by being defensive and being about it, that takes away from it. But that just causes more blocks and obstacles in your life.
Because and it doesn't help with the other traumas that you have, because there are multiple traumas there.
I saw that. She talked about a lot of them. And the thing about it is that I feel sorry for us when we can't, because that type of behavior can eventually catch up with you and have you want to end your life.
Self-destruction, self-sabotage.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why I said we got to learn how to deal with our stuff rather than try to medicate it away, smoke it away, drink it away,
hide it away,
shop it away. You know what I'm saying? We got all of these addictions. And even with the sexual trauma stuff, that stuff affects relationships. I was recently dating a guy who had some sexual trauma from his childhood, and he's addicted to sex. This man is in his goddamn near 70 years old and still chasing women.
Okay, come on, Pops.
No, Pops needs to sit his ass down some damn where. Okay, it's for real.
I know, that's why I need him to get that work on now. Come on.
Okay, you need to sit down somewhere because at 70, you need to realize that you need to be settling down with someone who really loves you. Okay?
Right.
Not some little young girl that wants you for your sex, for your money, or the status that she thinks. You need to be settling your behind down, but he can't because he was molested as a child, and that sexual trauma is still following him around. The bottom line is that we all have some type of trauma that we have to heal from. My plea to everybody is to be real with your damn self and be real about what's eating you away and fix it. We all have
okay with being human.
We have the capacity to turn this trauma around.
We do.
All we have to do first is acknowledge that it's there, be real with ourselves by telling the damn truth.
Acknowledge it, accept it, and take action to heal.
I mean, I got a question for you. When you started, I know that healing is it's a journey, it's not a destination, okay? Most people think, I already healed. How are you already healed? Are you Jesus Christ? Because there is no such thing as healed. We can never use that word.
We are healing.
You're healing.
So I don't have that particular t-shirt on. I got on what's your mental health status t-shirt today.
Yes.
But normally I have different t-shirts, and one of them says healing in progress.
Right. Because that's what it is. Until the day we die, we will be healing. Okay.
And I was talking about this on Mental T, because healing means you recognize what has taken place.
Yes.
You acknowledge it. You've accepted that what has happened, and you're taking action, the proper steps to go and heal and deal with it in a healthy way, to respond to triggers, not react to triggers. Do something to stop the generational pattern of toxic and negative behaviors.
Yeah.
It starts with the person that you look at in the mirror. It doesn't matter what mama did or daddy did or grandma, uncle. It don't matter what they did or didn't do. At the end of the day, this journey in this life is yours and yours alone. God has given it to you. It is up to you as in how you want the quality of that journey
of your life to be. And you know what? I just want everybody to know this because society does a lot of damage to us. And I don't know if they're aware of it or not, but they come here and they promise us all of this peace and happiness and love and happily ever after bullshit. Okay, all of that is bullshit.
That's a horse of a different color because that won't meant for us.
And even for them, they're not doing it. Okay, they can sit there and from the outside looking in because they living in their big houses and got plenty of money. That don't make nobody happy. If at the end of the day, and I mean, let's just be real. Who is the ones out here doing all this mass killing? Caucasians.
Yep.
Those are Caucasian men that's doing all this mass shooting. So if y'all got it all fucking figured out, what is the real problem? Why is y'all running around shooting up every damn body? So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, none of us, no matter what color you are, with race, ethnic, religion, we all came here with a cross to bear. Okay, we all are going to suffer some type of trauma while we're here. No one is exempt from that. I don't give a shit what your last name is or how much money you have. Whether you're from the Hilton family or from the Kennedy family, you're going to suffer trauma while you're here. And that's what life is all about. Is we're here. Life is designed to teach us how to love unconditionally. Period. Okay, self-love and unconditional love are the two things that we came here to learn. And guess what? Half of us don't love ourselves. Oh, we'll be the first one to walk around here in our red bottoms, our Louis Vuitton purses, our Chanel suits, our Mercedes cars, and swear to God, we got it going on. But if you peel back the layers, take down that purse, take off them shoes, park that Mercedes, you're gonna find someone dying on the inside, someone crying on the inside, someone hurting on the inside, and all them red bottoms and purses and shit don't save a person's life.
Nope.
Okay, it don't save a person's life. When we start to see people around us give us signs that there's some emotional trauma there, if we love them, we cannot no longer stay silent. We can no longer stay silent. We got to start doing some real interventions with the people around us when we see them slipping and falling. Now, we can only lead a horse to the water. We can never make it drink because everybody has free will. But it is our responsibility to start leading our loved ones to the water. Because we are hurting in society, big time. And it's showing across the board. Every time we turn on the news, we're seeing signs of mental trauma. Every time. Because rape, robbery, slappings, celebrity, foolishness, all of that is a sign of these people need some help mentally. These people need some help mentally. If somebody don't give Will a hug real soon and sit his ass down and get him into hermit mode, we're going to have another fatal celebrity tragedy on our hands.
And that's what makes, and I'm glad you said, oh my God, because I feel, and I don't know if you feel, because we severe empaths.
Yes.
My brother hurting.
Oh, big time. And can I tell you something?
It's not just his wife.
Nope.
We talk about from his childhood.
And
now we got the situation with the wife. And I love Jada as a human being, but I do believe she is a toxic person.
She's very narcissistic.
Toxic to herself as well. She has some stuff.
She's very narcissistic, okay? And she got on her own red table and talked about her traumas and her emotional problems. So the problem here is what I see. This is what I see. And I feel so bad because I don't never want people to think that I'm talking about Will for gain of my channel, because I don't need nobody to grow my channel. God grows my channel.
That's right.
So this ain't about me trying
to talk about Will. But this is the thing. Exactly. He has money. He has millions of dollars. And so this brother is hurting. So ain't got to do with money.
Right. First of all, you allowed your wife to get on Facebook in front of billions of people and talk about her cheating on you. Who the fuck does that? What would you allow your husband,
especially when you're not mentally strong,
in front of billions of people to tell you about how he done got into an entanglement with another woman and embarrass you in front of the whole world? Did you see that look on that baby's face? That baby was visibly hurt that night, okay? And so you got to take it back a little further though, because when he married Sherri, Sherri divorced him, telling him she didn't love him. Okay. Then he married Jada. Jada was still in love with Tupac. Okay, so all of this Will is still competing with Tupac to this very day.
And the man did.
And that man been dead. But he knows that in Jada's heart, Jada looks up to and respects Tupac more than she does Will. Will has been fighting for true love his whole life.
Yeah.
And this right here, what we saw at the Oscars, baby, I'm telling y'all, I hope and pray that Denzel and Tyler Perry get with this man for real and become a true friend to him and say, yo, man, just don't cut yourself off from the academy. Cut yourself off from society for a minute. Get to know Will. Leave your wife. Your kids is grown. That's another thing. Look at his 4 kids. The girl want a dick, the boy want a vagina. What the hell is really going on? You know what I'm saying? So all of that stuff is going through this man's head. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, it's that's trauma. That's trauma. And I'm telling y'all, if we don't stop and take his trauma seriously, we're gonna have another celebrity die.
But that's the thing that we don't take seriously, is that we look at it and we think it's funny.
We do think it's funny. We thought it was funny. We laughed.
We made fun of him crying and having tears in his eyes about his, you know, his situation with his wife, and you know,
that's not cute.
It's not.
That's gonna kill that boy. We thought it was funny when Whitney Houston was on TV talking about crack is whack, and we all knew she was high as hell. We thought it was funny. That shit ain't funny when we found her dead in the bathtub, was it?
No.
Okay, we thought it was.
But it's funny because the focus ain't on the people laughing, or the people think it's funny, or the same people going through. But because the focus ain't on them, let me speak properly. It's on them. Right. It's on someone else. Oh, it's funny. It's funny because it's somebody else, and the focus ain't on you. But you share some of the same traumas as these people that you're laughing at.
That's it.
Why is it so funny that it's happening? It's happening to them when it's also happening to you. Why is it so funny for them, but it ain't funny for you?
Everybody laughed when Michael Jackson was turning his house into a child's wonderland.
But he ain't had no childhood.
But then they want to get mad at him when they found out that little boys were sleeping over to his house. You can't laugh at one thing and get mad about another. You got to take what's going on in people's lives serious all the way around.
Yeah.
And that's what we as society, it's just like I made that connection about the foreclosures. Because we as society think, I get so sick and tired of people saying, oh, well, that don't happen in my neighborhood. Oh, well, that never happened to me. Just because it hasn't happened to you don't mean it won't happen to you. And it certainly doesn't give you the right to look down on people who it has happened to, or not give your sympathy to those who it has happened to. And also we have to realize that, okay, we don't want to worry about mental health, right? Okay, fine. Then we'll just keep going to the movies, worrying about if we're going to get to come home. We'll keep sending our kids to school every day, hoping that they come home that day, okay? We'll keep sending our husband and wives out the door, hoping that when they go to work, that they get to return. That's what we get to do if we don't pay attention to mental health. We get to keep worrying about whether or not our loved ones are going to come home because somebody crazy out there is going to take their life. Is that the way we want to keep living? Or do we want to really pay attention to the fucking red flags and start making mental health the new wealth for real?
Right.
And that's where I'm at. Like, I'm so there. Like, I stopped doing tarot card readings on my channel and all of that. I used to do all of that. And I said, none of that shit is important. Y'all need to be worried about what's happening in your life right now, today. Not what's going to happen tomorrow or next week or in the next 15 minutes. Worry about what's going on in your life right now.
And how it's going to affect you in the future, and your offspring in the future, and your grandbabies in the future. How you are right now going to benefit your generations to come.
There you go.
Like, are you leaving
a legacy, or are you leaving a mess, a legality? Which one is it?
Unfortunately, a lot of our parents have left a mess. A lot of our ancestors have left a mess.
Legal issues. Which one you leaving? Which one you leaving? because we all have a choice. And again, like I said, it's the long of the days where we can just be like, oh, so-and-so is crazy. If you see your child doing stuff that you know is eventually going to lead him into some trouble, speak up and do something about it before the trouble gets there.
Right.
Don't wait for the trouble to come. If you see trouble coming, try to put the brakes on it. You know, it's like, it's so crazy. So, you know, I have a granddaughter, and she was going through some stuff for a while, but she had gone through a lot of trauma in her early years with my son and his first wife. They went through a lot of stuff around that baby. And she was going through some stuff. And I told him, I said, you have got to take into accountability what this little girl has seen and been through. And he's like, well, I saw all that stuff and I went through that. And what the fuck does that have to do with the cost of tea in China? You know what I'm saying? What does that have to do with?
I mentioned that earlier, how even people in my family like, well, I made it through, you'll be all right.
Yes. You didn't, but see, they say they made it through. But they say they made it through, but how well did you make it through? You barely made it. You still tore up from the floor up. But you made it. You didn't make it. You didn't make it. Newsflash, you didn't make it, okay? You did not make it. So I know that these conversations can get long and lengthy because there's so much to cover and so much to talk about. And I look forward to, again, being able to work with you and do all kinds of things with you because I see it coming. I'm very obedient when God tells me to move in certain directions and to do certain things. And I know we talked about me traveling next month on the road with these mental health workshops. I'm very serious about bringing it to Durham if you feel like it's the need for it. And that goes for anybody listening to this show today. Next month is mental health awareness, and it is my goal to go somewhere every weekend to do a mental health workshop. So if you live in a city where you think this is needed, please hit me up. You guys will find all the information on how to contact me in the description box. And if you live in Durham and you need a life coach, tell them how to get a hold of you.
Listen, I help you with the drama.
Okay.
I got somebody who can help you with the trauma.
Right.
We do a team collaboration, but I know we talked about how life coaching can help people get started, you know, and really dig deep into spaces that even legally a clinician, because of the laws and things that you know they're not allowed to do. We're not bound by any laws. We still have moral standards that we have to follow. But listen, if you're ready to start your mental wellness journey and emotional healing, if you're ready, like I'm not with you got to be ready. I want you to be ready. It's some work that you have to do. If you're ready for it, please reach out to me. My name is Nakikia Wilson. My phone number is 919-964-0546. You can also reach me by email at startspeakingstopstigma@gmail.com. I'm on Facebook. That's also a Facebook group. My name, Nakikia Wilson. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram at Coach Keep It Moving. I'm the only Nakikia on the earth, I believe, right now. So Nakikia, just look me up and you can find me. I'm willing and ready to help you start your journey to emotional healing, and helping you learn how to incorporate emotional intelligence into your everyday lives. I promise you, it will alleviate a lot of stress. It won't prevent it, but it'll help you get through it. I promise you.
Man, my thing is,
God, a whole lot of cheeks.
That's right. And I just want to say that whether you use me or Miss Wilson as your coach, find somebody to help you. Find somebody to help you trace your trauma and get to the bottom of it so you can get out of your own way. Nothing has reshaped my life more than me finding out what made me tick. Why I got upset about stuff. Why certain things made me cry. Why certain things made me feel insecure. All of those things that I was dealing with, I found them through inner child healing and going back into tracing where I got messed up and to figure out how it's still affecting my adult life. Am I done doing that? Absolutely not. I am always going to be a work in progress. But my thing today is I beg you guys, if you find yourself suffering from any type of trauma whatsoever, repeated patterns, you feel like you're on a hamster wheel, going nowhere real fast, find yourself a therapist, a coach, or somebody. One of the things that I'm getting ready to start that I probably shouldn't even put this out because so many people love to steal, but y'all can steal it if you want to because God gave it to me and I'm the only one that can do it. We're going to, you know how they have a suicide hotline? I'm about to start a mental health hotline.
Come on, Miss Sherri.
Yeah, where you can, and I'm going to need you, Miss Wilson, because I want to have different therapists on there. This is going to be a 24-hour hotline where when you feel down, people have paradigm moments where they break down and just need somebody at that very moment to talk some sense into them. Okay. And I want that mental health hotline. I want us to be able to talk people off the ledge. You know what I'm saying? Suicide hotlines and all that have been out forever and they ain't done nothing for nobody because people don't call it. Ain't nobody finna call no suicide line when they finna cut their wrist. But if I could get to you before it becomes the wrist cutting and tell you why this is happening to you, why are you feeling this way, and then maybe I can save your life.
Some people just need to get it out.
That's
and
it.
Feel like someone is listening to them, engaging into what they're saying.
So
that's how you. I mean, it's let's repeat. We therapy is needed for the trauma. It really is, but sometimes people just need to vent.
That's it.
Get it out.
And the thing is that you know there is no such thing. Like we've never in society we don't pay much attention to mental health. It's not we just send them to therapy and put them on Xanax or Valiums or whatever and call it a day, wait for them to go kill somebody or themselves. And like I said, this to me, this hotline is that place where you can go and vent without judgment, without anybody, you know what I'm saying?
Cuss people out. You can say you can say what you want to, cuss whoever it is. You ain't just make up a name and call them all kind of B words and whatever you want to say, just say it.
We are that neutral air that will let you do that. And I just think that it's so how I also want to start mental health safe houses because sometimes people get kicked out because of their mental health and then they end up on the streets and they're homeless and now all the damn freeways across America are becoming drive-through hotels. It's more people living on the side of the freeways than it is in hotels right now. It's really ridiculous. So I just want to do my part while I'm here on earth to do what I can because God put this in me for a reason. Okay, He put it for a reason. And even when people say, oh, you got this air about you, that's this and it's that, that's a part of who I am. That's a part of what makes me a valuable coach.
Yeah.
That's a part of it. So I can't change that. I'm not an intimidating person by no means. Hell, I'm probably more intimidated by you than you could ever be of me.
That's what people don't understand.
That's what they don't understand. Okay, I'm probably more afraid of your presence and the bullshit that you could possibly bring into my life than you should ever be afraid of me. Yeah. Because I'm harmless. I'm a gentle giant. I don't have no time to be worried about what other people is or ain't doing. I don't care. Because I have a mission that God gave me. And I got to stay focused on that.
Yep. Period.
Yep. So we just want to encourage y'all. We hope y'all enjoyed this talk today. I'm going to be bringing y'all a lot more talks like this with a lot more people in the mental health field so we can all bring our opinions, our skill sets to the table to give you guys the tools you need to start transforming, elevating, and self-evaluating the pain away. Okay, that's what this is all about. Miss Wilson, I thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sharing your knowledge and your experiences with me. These are the type of candid conversations that people need to hear, and I appreciate you.
Well, I thank you for having me. And you know what I say. Until next time, no matter what.
Next time. Look, this is what I always say to my babies. In the meantime and in between time, while y'all work y'all's thing, I'm damn sure gonna work mine. Okay.
I'm on here. I'm on, girl. And keep it moving. That's what I'm saying.
That's right. All right, babies.
Thank y'all.
Yes, thank y'all so much for joining us and giving us this opportunity to come and speak to you guys about the most important subject on earth right now, and that is our mental health. Let's get it together, y'all. Let's please get it together. Until next time, like Miss Wilson said, we'll see you right back here on Motivate My Morning with your favorite coach, Sherri Hill. See you guys on Friday. Bye-bye.
Take it easy.